Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw, and tonight we find out the other two qualifying spots for the Elimination Chamber, but tonight we kick us off with a matchup featuring your WWE Champion Edge in singles action to kick us off here on Monday Night Raw here in Buffalo, New York. And now we are going to have the Way making their way down to the ring. It's going to be Austin Theory accompanied by Johnny Gargano here. And this is going to be the biggest matchup of Austin Theory's career. Obviously, Austin Theory and Johnny Gargano, former Raw Tag Team Champions. But tonight it's going to be different because Theory is going to be in singles action against the WWE Champion Edge. Also, Johnny Gargano, he's going to be in singles action later on tonight. And he'll be a part of the Elimination Chamber qualifying matches, as Gargano will be in action later on tonight. He'll be taking on the New Day's Kofi Kingston, looking to make it into the Elimination Chamber matchup, as well as the other matchup is going to be The Miz, former European Champion, takes on the former Universal Champion Shinsuke Nakamura. And now here comes your WWE Champion, Edge. It is always great to see our man Edge back in Universe mode, ladies and gentlemen. Cannot ask for a better representative of that championship. Cody Rhodes had a decent reign here in Universe mode. It was a little bit of a back and forth there from TLC to the Royal Rumble to where we're at now. But we'll see if Edge will be able to walk into WrestleMania with that WWE title, or will it be one of those 5 other superstars in that matchup. So as of right now on the Monday Night Raw side of things, in that Elimination Chamber matchup, it's going to be Cody Rhodes, Finn Balor, and Sami Zayn so far. And talking about those 3 men, it's going to be in our main event. Cody Rhodes takes on Finn Balor and Sami Zayn in a triple threat main event, as all 3 superstars get ready for a big main event coming your guys' way in just 2 weeks' time. But we put our focus to this matchup right here. Austin Theory, all day Austin Theory takes on the Rated R Superstar Edge. And what very well could be the biggest matchup in the young career of Austin Theory, as Edge with little cocky pinfall there. And we know how Austin Theory is at times, so maybe Edge is playing a little bit of mind games there. You never know, but we'll have to wait and see how Theory will be having to deal with it in this matchup. And I mean, when you're a veteran in this business and you're taking on a younger superstar, there's going to be times where, you know, you're going to showboat a little bit, kind of put them in their place. You just got to, it's kind of a big test for the younger talent to see how they respond. Do they step up to the plate, or, you know, is it more of a struggle for them? As nice maneuver there from Austin Theory. Ooh, 1.5. It's a nice maneuver there from Mr. Austin Theory. And, you know, there's a lot of speculation on who the 2 elimination qualifying matches were going to be. And I think for the 2 qualifying matches later on tonight, I think those are good choices. You got Miz, your former European champion. He lost his rematch last week against Damian Priest. Hold on here. 2.5. So you get Miz and Nakamura later on tonight. And then you also, later on, you get Johnny Gargano, Mr. Wrestling himself, and then you got Kofi Kingston, a multi-time tag team champion here in Universe mode. So I mean, it's always nice to get superstars that, you know, may not get as many opportunities down the line, and with these opportunities, it's a life-changing for sure. As here we go with Edge, gonna turn it into the sharpshooter right in the middle of that ring. Austin Theory, nowhere to go. Can Theory get back in this matchup, or is this gonna be a quick night for Theory? And now Theory able to get out of it momentarily. Let's see if Theory might be able to. Oh, it looked like Gargano was able to get Edge there momentarily, but there is a rope break. A little bit of a distraction. That's all that Austin Theory needs to win a big matchup like this. As now Theory with a big release power bomb there to Edge. And Edge may need to get something going. Theory feeling himself up here. Gargano and Austin Theory, a very dangerous tag team here in WWE, and I think if Gargano can continue to set the ways for Theory, I think Edge, or I should say, I think Theory is going to be a big mainstay here on Monday Night Raw. As now Edge setting up the spear, possibly. Spear! Spear to Theory. Is that it? Pinfall. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Edge didn't really get much maneuvering wise, but it just took one spear to put away all day Austin Theory, ladies and gentlemen. Wasn't the prettiest win of all time, but your WWE champion picks up the win over the former Raw Tag Team champion, Austin Theory. And tonight, Gargano, he's going to be studying Kofi Kingston, as that's going to be one of our elimination qualifying matches, as Theory heads to the back with Gargano. And now here we go with the opportunity, our first elimination qualifying matchup of the night, as this is going to be the first of two tonight that will figure out who will be joining the WWE Champion Edge, who that we just saw. But there is The Miz. We were able to talk to Miz earlier on tonight. He said, hey, you know, it sucks that I wasn't able to walk out with my European Championship, but when he was told that he'd be getting an opportunity to qualify for the Elimination Chamber, he said, hey man, it's Elimination Chamber takes a lot of luck in that match. A lot of superstars focusing on each other, and he was talking about how he's gonna, you know, if he's able to win tonight, that he's gonna, you know, main event WrestleMania. Obviously, if he wins tonight, he's gonna have to go to Elimination Chamber, obviously for Miz, but you know, get a little cocky for himself, you know, the typical A-lister there. But for Miz, I think, I mean, he definitely has all the tools, man. But he's going to have to go through Shinsuke Nakamura. And Miz obviously has a brief history with Nakamura as they have taken each other on. But it was in a triple threat match where it was Miz outlasting Braun Strowman and Shinsuke Nakamura to become the #1 contender a while back for, I believe, for Bobby Lashley's European Championship, and then that's when Miz would go on to win the European Championship. But for Miz tonight, he's got to focus on Shinsuke Nakamura one-on-one, and you got John Morrison out here to accompany Miz and help him out no matter what, especially if he feels like Miz is getting in trouble in the matchup, may lose the matchup. John Morrison's going to be right there. But now we have the former Universal Champion Shinsuke Nakamura here with Rick Boogs one-on-one here tonight. Rick Boogs, the man that is very good with that guitar. It's weird not seeing him in singles action per se, but you know, not when you're with Shinsuke Nakamura, he's gonna. It's always good to learn from the very best. You don't always have to have, you know, a bunch of matches per se. But, you know, just learn from the best of the best. And, you know, when it's your time to shine, it's your time to shine, you know. You can't rush perfection. There's only certain occasions where that type of stuff will work, but it will not always happen. As Nakamura and Miz are about to go to war to get the 5th spot in the Elimination Chamber matchup. Doesn't mean that's where they'll enter in the matchup, obviously, but here we go. Miz and Nakamura, first of 2 qualifying matches. Let's see who's going to be joining that WWE Elimination Chamber matchup. And now Miz early spiking Nakamura on his head. Question is for Miz, what is going to be your game plan? Do you work on the legs of Shinsuke Nakamura? I mean, Nakamura doesn't really show too much power per se, but he obviously uses the King Shazas from the top rope as well as, you know, and from the corner as well. So if you're Miz, you gotta be very careful. And you know, Miz obviously loves to use the figure 4 leg lock from time to time as one in a handful of matches here in Universe mode. So we'll see what Miz's plans over the next, you know, couple minutes here. Nakamura trying to fight back though. Now just going to try to wrench that left arm out of socket there in the corner of the Miz. And now the good vibrations here from Nakamura right there in the corner. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a stacked card for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As your main event tonight, it's going to be Cody Rhodes, former WWE Champion, takes on Finn Balor, another former WWE Champion. as well as Sami Zayn will be in that match, as it will be a triple threat match as we get a little preview of what's going to be happening at the Elimination Chamber. Also, we have a 6-woman tag team match, as it's going to be Natalya and Tamina will be teaming up with Rhea Ripley to take on the all-star team of Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Naomi. An all-championship team on that one side. It could all change at the Elimination Chamber, because Rhea Ripley is going to get another opportunity against Bayley at the Elimination Chamber. Natalya and Tamina, we can confirm to you that, yes, they will be challenging Sasha Banks and Naomi for that women's tag team championships as well. So it's going to be a hectic night for all brands, ladies and gentlemen, as Morrison throwing that steel chair in the ring. We'll see if referee hopefully gets that out of the ring before anything bad were to happen. As now Nakamura being tossed over the top rope, and Nakamura in a bad way here. This is not where you want to be if you're Nakamura. Miz can be very, very dangerous. I'm not saying Nakamura, pardon me, cannot be dangerous at ringside, but you know, this is Miz's street fight game coming to a head. He's not been injured whatsoever here in his WWE career for the most part. So, you know, Miz has played it very smart in the terms of how he does things. As look at Miz doing the Miz kicks here at ringside. Oh, kick to the side of the skull. And, you know, for Miz also, maybe he's going to become a little bit more aggressive as well, as obviously he lost his European Championship opportunity in that rematch last Monday night on Raw. We're at 8. If Miz wins, it is going to be via a count out. You'd still get him a opportunity. As Nakamura was trying to go for a knee strike there. Nakamura not realizing Miz is back up to his feet, and he's going to eat himself a DDT there for not paying attention to the Miz. Miz is just so damn good in that ring, ladies and gentlemen, inside or outside of that ring. So you got to be careful. You cannot give him any time to recuperate. You got to make sure he's down, because you give him any time, like I just mentioned, then you know you're going to end up screwing yourself over. And I definitely see Miz being a WWE champion or even Universal champion one day for sure. Like we mentioned, former Intercontinental champion, former European champion. Surprised he didn't have a longer reign here with that championship, but I think that, you know, for Miz, he was in that feud with Bobby Lashley and Damian Priest, and you know, he kind of found himself in wrong place, wrong time situation. So I think if he's able to get out of, you know, put his sights on defeating Nakamura tonight and getting himself that WWE opportunity at the Elimination Chamber, that Miz's career definitely could change. You know, 7 right now. Miz throwing down over by the chairs here at ringside. Nakamura going to break up the count once again here. Both of these guys using that 10 count to just beat the living crap out of each other, and I don't blame them. That's what that 10 count's for. You can use it to the best of your abilities, as long as you don't get disqualified. As now, Miz tossing Shinsuke Nakamura inside of that ring. And now Miz going to go for the pinfall. Will this be enough? 1. Ooh, just a strong 1 count. Miz obviously going to have to hit some bigger maneuvers. And this is going to be vintage Miz here. If he's able to hit it, and he does, spiking him on his head. And now the question is for Miz, what is he going to do? Referee finally doing his job, taking that steel chair out of the ring, not having to be focused here. Miz about to hit the skull-crushing finale. Nakamura able to reverse. And now we'll see if Nakamura can capitalize on that big reversal. And we're going to go for the pinfall attempt here. Referee right there in position, making sure the shoulders are down. A strong 2 count there. Nakamura cannot believe it. But for Nakamura, you got to hit that Kinshasa, man, if he wants to win this matchup. As now Miz, the A-lister, looking to go high risk. I honestly don't know if he needs to. That's pretty far away to the other side of the ring. Going for a kick to the midsection. Missed that, but these punches and chops are definitely going to get there. Brutal takedown. As now Miz looking to fly once again here. Wasting precious time. Frog splash there to Nakamura. And now Miz again. You can feel he's getting maybe a little frustrated here with these maneuvers. And just like that frog splash. Pulling out that weapon. It's not, skull-crushing finale or figure four leg lock, but Miz is going to the Elimination Chamber with a big win over Shinsuke Nakamura, ladies and gentlemen. Big win for Miz, and like we mentioned, biggest win for Miz heading into WrestleMania season. Miz could walk out with the WWE Championship, but it seems like he's not done with Nakamura. A lot of frustrations in this matchup for Miz. They beat the crap out of each other a lot at ringside, and it's all going to accompany him right into the steel steps, throwing him right into the steps there. And now Rick Boogs here. He's going to try and defend Shinsuke Nakamura here. But now Miz not going to allow that to happen. Miz just way too much for Rick Boogs here. Big clothesline there. Oh, no. Miz setting up Rick Boogs here. Rick Boogs may have going to dread the day trying to stand up for Shinsuke Nakamura. No, and a big boot. So something happened between both men where Rick Boogs was able to actually block that. He's not going to be able to block that. Skull-crushing finale. This is just absolutely terrible to see. Boogs not going to let Shinsuke Nakamura go down like that. This is just, this is what Rick Boogs is asking for. He's trying to step up for Nakamura, but, Miz is in a different way right now. He's just frustrated after losing that European Championship at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, and also just way too much. And, oh, wait a minute. Now Miz with these Miz kicks here. But like I mentioned, Miz just way too frustrated, and especially losing his championship opportunity last week to get that European Championship back around his waist. It's not what Miz was expecting, but hey, like we said before, Miz getting himself a WWE Championship opportunity coming up in 2 weeks' time. That's now just tossing him back down the ramp. Miz does not care what in the heck he's doing here. And, oh, no. On the ramp. Can we get some security down here? Miz is just beating the living crap out of him. So the referees are dealing with Shinsuke Nakamura at ringside. John Morrison just letting Miz take out his frustrations out on Rick Boogs here. Oh, no, not on the stage. Rick Boogs gets hit with a skull-crushing finale, and Miz is going to the Elimination Chamber for the WWE Championship. I will definitely give it to Austin Theory. A heck of a future for that young man, but tonight he just faced a man with way too much momentum, and that's me. I'm not letting go of this WWE Championship anytime soon. I just recently saw Miz just defeat Shinsuke Nakamura. Hell of a match. Miz, I'll see you at Elimination Chamber. Can't wait to see you. I always talk about that grit, and Miz is a man that's been in this business for a very, very long time. I remember when he started Tough Enough and everything like that, and he's still here today. He's that gritty superstar that's willing to do anything, and that's reminds me of myself to an extent. I'm ready to figure out who the other competitor is going to be, if it's Kofi Kingston or Johnny Gargano later on tonight. But with that said, we gotta address Adam Cole, what he did to me last week here on Monday Night Raw, and I'm gonna have a lot to say about Adam Cole here. Adam Cole, I would have done the exact same thing you did to me last Monday night, especially if I won the Royal Rumble. I would have sent the exact message to Raw or SmackDown. Yeah, you bit the bet on SmackDown when The Fiend came out to attack you, but hey, you're looking to make a name for yourselves. You've been undefeated since coming back after your contract talks and everything like that, and I don't blame you. But targeting me, you're not gonna do that and get away with it. If you ever try to do that again to me, you're not gonna make it to WrestleMania. You're even lucky that I'm giving you this time right now. You're lucky I don't come over there to SmackDown and spear you right through the SmackDown head. But you know what? I got plenty of other things I got to worry about. I got to worry about the Elimination Chamber, and I got to worry about other things bigger than you, Adam. Thank you very much tonight, Buffalo, for having me out here tonight. It was a pleasure competing for you guys tonight. A pleasure of bringing out that WWE Championship and competing against the very best we have here in WWE. And I can't wait to see you guys next week here on Monday Night Raw. And we got to figure out the outcome of our Elimination Chamber matchup when we figure out Kofi Kingston and Johnny Gargano later on tonight. Always great to see Edge out there, especially with how Edge defeated Austin Theory. Austin Theory dominated that matchup for the most part. Edge would get some maneuvers in there, but Edge just a man that's just too much of a presence compared to Austin Theory, and Edge picks up the big win over Austin Theory, and I think it's a big compliment for Edge to say, how Austin Theory's has a bright future ahead of him, and I definitely see it. We'll see if everybody else can see it. But tonight we are changing gears right now as we are going to get ready for a 6-woman tag team matchup. Tamina and Natalya have a championship matchup in 2 weeks' time as Natalya and Tamina will be challenging Sasha Banks and Naomi for the women's tag team championships. And the woman that's about to come out here of Judgment Day, Rhea Ripley, she will be taking on Bayley for the Raw Women's Championship in a rematch. At the Royal Rumble, Bayley and Rhea Ripley went to war. Bayley was just way too much. So we'll see how Rhea Ripley will fare at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. And I actually can confirm a match for the Judgment Day as we speak. After Bobby Lashley attacked Damian Priest last week here, we can actually confirm to you that the rivalry continues. It is going to be Bobby Lashley getting his matchup against Damian Priest for the European Championship. That is going to be a hell of a match. Those guys are going to beat the living crap out of each other for sure. And Judgment Day just continues to get bigger and bigger, ladies and gentlemen. Like we mentioned, we got Rhea Ripley, Finn Balor, Braun Strowman, and Damian Priest. Damian Priest, the current European champion. Rhea Ripley could walk out with the Women's Championship. Finn Balor, he'll be getting a chance to walk out with the WWE Championship at the Elimination Chamber as well. So a lot of big things coming for the Judgment Day. Even though you guys may not like them, you got to deal with it one way or another. And Bayley has Rhea Ripley's number, but will that change? Will that be changing at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view? It's gonna be a big opportunity for Rhea, because if Rhea doesn't win this, there's not gonna be too many other chances. As here comes your women's tag team champions, Sasha Banks and Naomi. It is boss time, and we are about to feel that glow here on Monday Night Raw. Sasha Banks and Naomi taking Natalya and Tamina very, very seriously, even attacking them last week, coming over to Raw to attack them after what Natalya and Tamina did to them the previous week. So Naomi and Sasha Banks not backing down whatsoever. And I believe right now Sasha Banks and Naomi, they're having some good strides. Yeah, they did lose to Natalya and Tamina a couple weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, but they were able to bounce back against the likes of Tegan Nox and Shotzi Blackheart to retain their championships as well. So we'll see how this is going to continuously work for them. As now, here comes the Raw Women's Champion, Bayley. And for this, it's going to be very interesting how Bayley will be working with Sasha Banks and Naomi. Bayley, that new look. We know Bayley and Sasha Banks have a lot of history together, obviously with the 4 Horse women group that they have. Obviously, a lot of speculation on who will be facing Bayley at WrestleMania if she walks out with the championship. But the bigger speculation, I should say, is who is Charlotte going to be picking after Charlotte won the Royal Rumble matchup at the Royal Rumble? Does she challenge Bayley? Does she challenge Becky Lynch? Becky Lynch, she had a tough match on SmackDown. Raquel Gonzalez looked really good against Becky Lynch, even defeating Becky Lynch. And Bayley continues to get a lot better, trying to get some strides going here in her career. So, Charlotte may have to pick the woman that's on the hottest streak of their career. Bayley and Charlotte would be a hell of a match. Same with Becky versus Charlotte as well. So anything is possible, ladies and gentlemen. But we are ready. 6-woman tag team match. Natalya and Sasha Banks kick us off here. And these two actually beat the living crap out of each other backstage last week. So it's very ironic that these two women are the first two in this matchup. Sasha Banks just going to try to take down Natalya, but Natalya with a good reversal early on here. So if you guys are just tuning in right now, we have one more qualifying matchup later on tonight, that being Kofi Kingston and Johnny Gargano. As hold on to my thought, we got ourselves a flying Natalia flying clothesline from the top rope there. But later on tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have your $1 million champion Walter in action as he will be taking on Riddle later on tonight, which will be a very interesting matchup because last week we saw Walter. He had a open challenge to anyone on the Monday Night Raw roster to step up to the plate. Randy Orton coming through the crowd, hitting an RKO. The referee rings the bell. Those guys went to war for, a good couple minutes or whatever, just all-out beatdown of each other. Randy Orton ends up picking up the win in that open challenge. And we come to find out that we are going to be having Walter and Randy Orton for the $1 million championship at the Elimination Chamber, but it's not done there. The Raw Tag Team Championships will be on the line in 2 weeks' time as Imperium defends against RK Bro for those Raw Tag Team Championships. So it's going to be a long night for Imperium and RK Bro that night. And for, Randy Orton, he's going to have 2 matches that night, and same with, I guess it's going to be more of Randy Orton, but we're going to have to wait and see how that's going to test Randy Orton's fatigue, his mental health and everything like that in terms of can he take 2 matches a night. I definitely wouldn't be surprised if Randy Orton can do it, but these type of matches, when you face off a man against Walter, it's a total complete animal when it comes to that. Like we mentioned, that Elimination Chamber is actually 3 weeks away. I misspoke, but it is 3 weeks away, ladies and gentlemen. A big pay-per-view coming for both Raw and SmackDown. We are on the road to WrestleMania. Elimination Chamber is the roadblock as we are officially 7 weeks away from WrestleMania. Plenty of questions need to be figured out. Who is Adam Cole going to main event at WrestleMania against? Will it be Roman Reigns? Will it be the current WWE Champion Edge? Does Roman Reigns lose his Universal Championship in the Elimination Chamber match as well? Or do both Edge and Roman Reigns head into WrestleMania season with their respective championships? Anything is possible. It's the best of the best, and especially, some of these superstars, they're getting those opportunities. It changes their career. Especially for SmackDown, you got the likes of a Happy Corbin, you got Apollo Crews, which surprisingly, Ricochet defeated Apollo Crews in that matchup, but the match was restarted due to a rope grab that the referee missed, and The Rock did not want a match to end like that because he wanted to figure out the qualifying superstars that night. Didn't want to wait any longer. As Sasha Banks going off the top rope there, big arm toss, takedown there of Tamina. We go pinfall attempt. Could this be enough? And it is. Team Sasha Banks with a very early win. I think Tamina just I don't know if she just hit her head or something, but Sasha Banks takes down here. Good back and forth early match here. This is the very end of the matchup. Sasha Banks at the arm takedown. I can't really see if there's a certain angle that she hit, but it is a 6-man tag team match win for the team of Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Naomi here as they get ready for Elimination Chamber. And now this is a big-time matchup for Matt Riddle. He's going to have to try and take down the man, Walter, that has been very, very unstoppable for the most part here since being here on Monday Night Raw. But like we mentioned, it's going to be a big night at Elimination Chamber for RK Bro. Randy Orton challenges for the $1 million championship after defeating Walter last week in an open challenge matchup. And then, obviously, RK Bro are also feeling extra lucky as they're going to be cashing in their rematch clause at the Elimination Chamber as RK Bro take on Imperium, Marcel Barthel and Fabian Eichner for those Raw Tag Team Championships. So we will see how that will be faring there at Elimination Chamber, as we are 3 weeks away. But this next matchup for Riddle is going to be a huge test for him. We'll see how he's faring, but you know there's going to be a lot of naysayers that Matt Riddle's not going to be able to do it. And, you know, Matt Riddle could easily come back and say, "Hey, my whole career in MMA, UFC, and in here in WWE has said the same thing." Let's look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Imperium with all the championships, the $1 Million Championship and the Raw Tag Team Championships. Man, those look really good around the waist of Imperium. Not gonna lie. And Walter, especially if Randy Orton can't defeat Walter at Elimination Chamber, I don't know who here on this roster that can go toe-to-toe with a man like Walter. I mean, I could maybe think of a couple that I would love to see challenge Walter down the line, but, you know, if that were to happen, I don't want to be like, oh, well, he predicted it, he knows everything, but be like, well, anything's possible here on Monday Night Raw. You got to step up to the plate. Randy Orton, obviously not backing down from a fight, looking to send a message to Walter. Last week on Monday Night Raw, he exactly did that. Obviously, Imperium went through Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs, and it looks like Randy Orton stepping up to the plate. You know, Imperium defeated RK Bro at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view to get those Raw Tag Team Championships, but now it's going to be fight or flight mode for RK Bro at the Elimination Chamber. But tonight we are focused on Walter taking on Matt Riddle here on Monday Night Raw. Man, this crowd is going insane for Walter right now, ladies and gentlemen. Referee getting the match underway. Here we go. Riddle versus Walter here in a matchup that is going to be a barn burner for sure, and a little bit of a preview of what's going to be coming our way at the Elimination Chamber. And I definitely would say that this matchup could definitely steal the show, not just tonight, but at the Elimination Chamber, but that being Randy Orton and Walter. I'm not saying that RK Bro and Imperium, that tag team match definitely won't steal the show, but I definitely see Walter and Randy Orton, that going to be a hellacious match. I see that match going 15, 20 minutes at least. Those guys just beating the living crap out of each other, honestly. Maybe not, but I would just love to see those guys go at it, as Walter just tossing Riddle around like a rag doll there. As now Walter with a beautiful German. If you're Matt Riddle, you do not want Walter throwing you around like this, or it's going to be an early night for you. As now Walter looking to go high risk here. Riddle, oh my goodness, in a bad way. Getting that elbow to the lower back there. Riddle, 2.5. That was very, very close. As now Walter eating up this crowd here in Buffalo, New York. Riddle trying to get up to his feet. Walter has just been way too much in this matchup. Now we're going to toss him into the corner. I'll go for another chop, but Riddle finally blocking. Let's see if Matt Riddle can get himself back in this matchup. And look at the strength there of Matt Riddle. This man is absolutely determined to showcase what he brings to the table, ladies and gentlemen. And he's definitely doing it right now, taking it to Walter at the moment. Obviously, Randy Orton wouldn't accept a man like Riddle if he didn't see something in him. Matt Riddle definitely has that move set. As here we go with a submission hold here. There's a questionable rope break there. I don't know if it's that left leg that may have been too close to the ropes, but very questionable. As now Walter going to go with that front slam takedown there of Riddle. And if you guys are just tuning in right now, ladies and gentlemen, we have one more elimination qualifying matchup for the Monday Night Raw card, and that will be Kofi Kingston taking on Johnny Gargano later on tonight, as Matt Riddle able to kick out there. As now, Walter with a big swinging neck breaker. Also, we'll be having a big triple threat match between the likes of Finn Balor, Sami Zayn, and Cody Rhodes. It'll be a massive triple threat match as we get to see a little bit of a preview of what's to be coming our way at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view for that WWE Championship. And out of all three of those men in that matchup, I think Sami Zayn needs that win the most, as Matt Riddle gets hit with a release powerbomb. Will that be enough from Walter? Yes, it is. Walter with that domination of that powerbomb there. And look at bing, that big elbow strike to the back of the skull. Walter, the last couple minutes, it just was all Walter, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this powerbomb. Release powerbomb, just way too much. And again. And look at Randy Orton. The frustration is on his face. And we know Randy Orton, he's not going to go in there and try to take out all three of those men. But we'll see what the scene will be coming up in a couple weeks' time. It's a new day. Yes, it is, ladies and gentlemen. As Kofi Kingston getting that opportunity to get himself a big-time WWE Championship match at the Elimination Chamber. But first, he has to deal with Johnny Gargano. And I think if Kofi Kingston or even Johnny Gargano win this matchup, I think this is honestly going to be the biggest underdog in that matchup. Kofi Kingston, a veteran in this business, has been all over, especially Raw, SmackDown, whatever brand it is. He's won multiple tag team championships, but I don't recall him winning any singles championships here in Universe Mode. But that very well could change at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view if he's able to win that matchup. We know Johnny Gargano, he's won singles championships there in NXT, former NXT champion. Mr. Money in the Bank there at one time for NXT, failed cash-in on Tommaso Ciampa. But nonetheless, we will see who will be heading into the Elimination Chamber match as we are on the road to WrestleMania. Yeah, big time matchup tonight. Battle of underdogs going at it here. And we'll see if Austin Theory accompanies Johnny Gargano after Theory losing. Oh, yep, right there. Look, Theory gonna get that first row seat there at ringside, being out here with Johnny Gargano. And Johnny Gargano will be locked in a pod, or maybe he'll be one of the two superstars that kick us off in the Elimination Chamber matchup. But Austin Theory won't be able to be there at ringside to help out Johnny Gargano. I mean, I guess he could try to, but he wouldn't be able to really necessarily be much of a help. But this Gargano and Kofi Kingston matchup is definitely going to be off the charts. And if you guys are into wrestling as much as I am, I think Gargano and Kofi Kingston could be a dream match of sorts. Kofi Kingston, a veteran in this business, in the terms of not really getting many championship opportunities. Gargano, the king of NXT, there for the longest time. That he was there for a very long time. So I mean, I don't know. I'd love to see what you guys think about Kofi Kingston and Johnny Gargano going at it for the very first time here in Universe Mode, in singles action, if I remember correctly. Well, especially with a big time stipulation with this being said. Let's look at Kofi coming right after Johnny Gargano here. Big takedown there of Johnny. And, with that Elimination Chamber being so very brutal as it is, I mean, I guess that I would say that Kofi Kingston would fit getting that last spot in the Elimination Chamber because, you can climb on top of those pads, on the top of the pods, pardon me, and fly. And I think Kofi Kingston would fit that mold perfectly. Climb on top of the cage, fly down, jump off of it, and everything like that. So I think Kofi Kingston would fit that. I'm not saying that Johnny Gargano would not fit that mold, but I think Kofi Kingston would be a perfect fit for the Elimination Chamber. Oh, big stomp there to the midsection of the ribs of Gargano. We'll see if Gargano can change up the losing ways tonight. I love that. What Gargano and Theory are going to be bringing to the table here. A little bit of a back and forth between all these men. Kofi Kingston going to toss him through the middle rope. Down goes Gargano. A little bit of an awkward landing. Kofi Kingston not going to let him breathe. Over the top rope. What a beautiful maneuver there from Kofi Kingston. And Kofi eating this up right now. Imagine Imagine if Kofi Kingston can get something going right now. Can he head to Elimination Chamber to get his first ever WWE Championship opportunity here? Oh, big kick though from Gargano. It'll be the very first for Johnny Gargano as well. It's going to be a match of firsts for both of these men. Kofi Kingston just going to take his time, and he doesn't need to rush it. Obviously, it goes to a 10 count, so he had plenty of time to get back in this matchup. As now Kofi Kingston, oh, look at that. The agility on Kofi Kingston, man. He continues to impress me every single time we see him. But Gargano with a reversal here. Go for a punch. Here comes Gargano. Gargano going to go with a hard Irish whip into the corner. Oh, we've seen this before from Gargano. The missile dart into the second turnbuckle. Will Gargano be heading to an Elimination Chamber? 2. Oh, 2.5. And look at Gargano. He cannot believe it. He's like, come on, ref, count a little bit faster here. Uh-oh. Gargano, what does he have in mind for Kofi? Are we going to see the Gargano lock? Yes, we do. Right in front of the ropes there. Kofi's so close to grabbing it, he could literally do it if he wants to. But will Kofi fight out of this, though? We know Kofi's a fighter. Xavier Woods trying to get the crowd fired up, trying to get Kofi Kingston behind him. And now springboard moonsault from the top. And instead of going for the pinfall, Gargano is continuing to taunt him. Finally going to go for the pinfall. We'll see if that's going to cost him at all. 2, 3. It doesn't. And Johnny Gargano gets the sixth and final spot in the Elimination Chamber. So the Raw Elimination Chamber WWE Championship is all set in stone, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be a big night for that WWE Championship matchup. We will give you the full card here in a little bit for the championship match to confirm all 6 competitors. Good back and forth matchup. Gargano showing you why, man. He's a very bright future here on Monday Night Raw. Look at that beautiful moonsault from Gargano. And I thought he just took way too much time, but I feel like he knew the match was over with after that hitting that moonsault. And look at that. We'll just make sure the shoulders were down there just in case. Yes, they were. And Gargano is in that Elimination Chamber matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Do you see much of a do you see Gargano winning that Elimination Chamber? Or will he be one of the first eliminated in that matchup, ladies and gentlemen? We will have to wait and find out. But congratulations to Johnny Wrestling. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby Lashley is going to be in action as he will be taking on Angel Garza one-on-one here. A little bit of a tune-up match for Bobby Lashley. As we can confirm to you, like we mentioned, Bobby Lashley takes on Damian Priest for the European Championship at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. I cannot wait for that matchup. That is going to be a hard-fought hoss matchup between both of those men. As, wait a minute, there's the European Champion, Damian Priest, coming from behind in a big clothesline. Damian Priest not really too happy about what Lashley did last week here, and now Priest coming after Lashley here. And now going to toss him inside the ring. Obviously, this is not the matchup we're going to be having. These guys are just beating the living hell out of each other for the heck of it. But now Lashley with a brutal headbutt there. Lashley going to, I was going to say there, for a second I thought Lashley was going to let Priest back up to his feet here. But these guys are just beating the living hell out of each other. Lashley trying to fight back after Lashley getting hit with a clothesline from behind. Is now, and Lashley with his own reversals. You got to love to see it. Not going to back down from a man like Damian Priest. Spine buster there to Damian. And now Priest in a bad way again. Big, brutal powerbomb. And look at Lashley going to work here on Damian Priest. Damian Priest is in trouble. And this is not what you want. A focused, almighty Bobby Lashley all over Damian Priest there. My win-loss record here on Raw and over SmackDown over the years has definitely not been the best, but I think with this new lookout for my career, I think this is going to be very good. picking up a big win over a man like Drew McIntyre, it's only going to go up from here. And I expect myself to walk out in this triple threat match with a big win over Finn and Cody. I need tonight's win, and I also need that WWE Championship. It will change my life for the better. I've gone through a lot over these years here in WWE, with the likes of teaming up with my best friend Kevin Owens at the time, going through a lot, trying to take over SmackDown, trying to run management out, and even teaming up with Seth Rollins and the Disciples. And look where that led me. I will admit, ladies and gentlemen, I was wrong. I should have never turned my back on you guys, and I did that a long time ago. And now I have to regain your guys' trust, and maybe, just maybe, I can start doing that tonight when I win this triple threat match, go on to Elimination Chamber, and get that WWE Championship right around my waist heading into WrestleMania season. Big words there from Sami Zayn, ladies and gentlemen, as we are ready for our main event there. Sami Zayn trying to change his career around, and he said by, starting tonight, he's trying to get the crowd to re-embrace him. He said that he turned his back on the whole WWE years ago, and it hasn't got him anywhere. So he said that he needs the WWE universe behind him. And he said that he's going to try and start it tonight, but it is definitely going to take time for these fans, especially here in Buffalo, New York, to try to get that trust back. Sami Zayn's one of the best to ever do it here in the terms of wrestling wise, but for Sami Zayn has not won a championship just yet here in Universe Mode that I can recall, obviously. So for Sami Zayn, he's looking to turn the leaf over. He mentioned trying to take over SmackDown with Kevin Owens at one time, trying to take over management there on SmackDown, and even obviously being with the Disciples with Seth Rollins, that being Elias, Mustafa Ali, and Seth Rollins. That didn't go anywhere. Rollins is on SmackDown now. And like we mentioned, Sami Zayn is trying to turn over a leaf. We'll see how that fares for him tonight. But he's going to have to go through two other men as the official thing is all set, ladies and gentlemen, for Elimination Chamber's WWE Championship matchup, as it's going to be Cody Rhodes, Finn Balor, Sami Zayn. You got Miz, and you got Johnny Gargano joining Edge. So like I mentioned, Cody Rhodes, Finn Balor, Sami Zayn, Miz, Johnny Gargano, and the Rated R Superstar Edge in that 6-man Elimination Chamber matchup. Who do you guys think is going to be the favorite? Can Edge somehow outlast 5 other superstars? Or will there be a member from the Judgment Day, being Finn Balor? Will he become a WWE champion once again in his career? Or will it be the likes of a Miz becoming WWE champion? Will it be Johnny Gargano getting that opportunity to become WWE champion? A lot of these superstars in this matchup have won championships here in Universe Mode, except for Sami Zayn. Finn Balor has won it. Cody Rhodes has won WWE Championship. Miz has won at least the Intercontinental Championship and European Championship. Gargano won multiple championships there in NXT, and now here on Monday Night Raw with the Tag Team Championships at one time. And you got a man like, obviously, Edge, the current WWE Champion, but you got a man like Sami Zayn that has not won a championship. He's definitely got to be the biggest underdog, in my opinion, when it comes to not winning the big one as of yet. But Sami Zayn could change his career. Can he do it, though? And imagine if Sami Zayn can do it tonight here in Buffalo, New York, in a sold-out capacity crowd. As now here comes the former 2-time WWE Champion, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes has dealt with a lot since rejoining the WWE roster. He saved Raw against the NWO. The next night after Survivor Series, Cody Rhodes would win the WWE Championship, then that's when we had a series of matches between Cody Rhodes and Edge. Edge would defeat Cody Rhodes at TLC. The night after TLC, Cody Rhodes would get his championship back by defeating Edge. And then at the Royal Rumble, Cody Rhodes defeated Edge for that WWE Championship. And obviously right now, Cody Rhodes is in that Elimination Chamber matchup with Edge and those 4 other superstars. But, for me, I think the overall, I would say the leaders of leaving the championship at the Elimination Chamber is either going to be Cody Rhodes or Edge, honestly. That would be my pick. But I wouldn't be surprised if a man like Sami Zayn stood up to the plate, won the championship. Same with Finn Balor. Same with Miz. There's just so many other superstars in this matchup that you can kind of see it, honestly. And I wouldn't be surprised. Yes, Cody Rhodes has been fantastic since coming back here. Yes, he's had a couple losses here and there. He's not going to win every single match in his career, but for Cody Rhodes, looking to take one match at a time and get the momentum heading into the Elimination Chamber. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, a huge triple threat match coming our way here. As here we go, Sami Zayn, Finn Balor, and Cody Rhodes. Referee ringing the bell. And Sami Zayn and Finn Balor are going to go at it here early as a Michinoku driver there. Sami Zayn feeling himself up here, so is Cody Rhodes. Oh, now Sami Zayn doing the ultimate opportunist type of situation where obviously it's perfectly legal. In a triple threat match, Cody Rhodes thought he could actually work with Sami Zayn, but obviously Sami Zayn is going to do what he can in just a triple threat match. Obviously, it's every man for himself. And obviously, this is one of the bigger matches for Sami Zayn here in Universe mode. Big Russian leg sweep takes down Sami Zayn at the moment, and now we get Cody Rhodes and Finn Balor. And imagine what could have happened if Finn Balor defeated Edge. Finn Balor very well could have been the WWE champion. But obviously, we didn't get to that extent because obviously Edge won 2 matches there, defeated Finn Balor, and then defeated Cody Rhodes all in one night. Edge very close to maybe even winning that Royal Rumble as well, but it came down to the last 3 being The Fiend, Kevin Owens, and Adam Cole. Kevin Owens getting eliminated by The Fiend, then The Fiend getting eliminated by Adam Cole. And I'm very curious to see on SmackDown this coming Friday how Adam Cole is going to, talk about The Fiend, or if we hear from him in that capacity, if we're going to see The Fiend on SmackDown again, where is this going to lead to? There's so many questions that we need answers to, so we'll be getting that on there. As Cody Rhodes going to drop him right on his head and neck area there. Oh, big takedown there from Finn, taking down the former WWE champion. Pinfall referee right there. Ooh, just a 1 count though. And now Zayn sending a message to the leader of Judgment Day here. And, it's so hard to get, momentum in this matchup when you have 3 gentlemen in the ring at the same time. It's just so hard to concentrate. You think you're able to get something going, then all of a sudden you're getting headbutted, you're getting kicked to the side of the skull, something like that. It's a flying knee strike right to the chest there. And now Cody Rhodes is in trouble. The leader of Judgment Day taking it to Cody here momentarily. It's now a hard Irish whip into the corner. Oh, Cody Rhodes saw Sami Zayn coming back in the ring. Going to hit him with the underhook powerbomb. Beautiful maneuver. And Finn Balor turning his back on Cody. Cody going to wait for Finn Balor to come back down here. Going to eat a big judgment. Or maybe not. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I thought maybe for Cody Rhodes may have been trying to go for a crossroads there, but not going to. As here we go with a pinfall. Sami Zayn right there to break it up, though. And sorry that we weren't able to see Bobby Lashley in action, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby Lashley being attacked by Damian Priest, but Lashley would ultimately get the upper hand over Damian Priest. But, this is definitely brewing, ladies and gentlemen, between Judgment Day and half of this Monday Night Raw roster. It's going to be going places. This Raw roster is going to have to step up to the plate and try to work together to an extent to try and exterminate the Judgment Day. Let's look at Sami Zayn. These big haymakers to the dome of Cody Rhodes, but Cody pushing him away. Too many hits to the head there. Arm toss, takedown there. And now here comes Sami. Big maneuver there from Finn. It's now Finn going to toss him into the corner. Finn Balor saw Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes blocking that drop kick, though. And now into the corner we go. Uh-oh. Ooh. Big shoulder tackle taking down both men there. Sami Zayn down and out. Cody Rhodes down and out. Who does Finn Balor target? Uh-oh. In the drop zone, coup de grace. Coup de grace there to Cody Rhodes. But Zayn back up to his feet and keeps himself in this matchup momentarily, but he eats the double knees. Oh, no, no, no. Finn Balor going to go up again. Oh, going for the coup de grace. Cody saw it. We'll see if Cody can capitalize. Cody. Crossroads. Crossroads there to Finn Balor. Will Cody Rhodes pick up a win? 1, 2, 3, and he dies. Cody Rhodes with the main event win over Finn Balor. What a back and forth match. A great main event, ladies and gentlemen. Couldn't ask for a better situation. I would say it sucks for Finn Balor, but, you know, he ultimately, with what he's been doing here on Raw, he ultimately deserved it. As we see that crossroads after Finn going for that coup de grace again, and crossroads for Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes picks up a much-needed win, and we'll see Cody Rhodes at the Elimination Chamber. For Cody Rhodes, will he walk out with the WWE Championship? Time will tell. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight, and we'll see you on NXT. And look at Cody Rhodes right now, and all fired up after a big championship close matchup there. Obviously, the championship wasn't on the line there, but Cody Rhodes as, wait a minute, Cody Rhodes, wait a minute, Miz with a skull crushing finale out of nowhere. Miz coming through the crowd. He qualified tonight, and he has his sights on that WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes, one of the members of that Elimination Chamber matchup. And if you guys remember correctly, Miz is the first matchup for Cody Rhodes here in Universe Mode, and Cody Rhodes actually defeated Miz. And look at Miz. Look at this from Miz. Not backing down from Cody. Oh my God. Cody Rhodes just getting his butt beat right now from Miz. And you hate to see it. Miz just couldn't just handle this. Miz feels the blood is in the water. He could be literally any time within these next couple weeks where we could see a new WWE champion, and that very well could be The Miz. And not again. Miz with skull-crushing finale, and Miz, the cocky, confident SOB, lays out Cody Rhodes here on Monday Night Raw. And now, look, Edge is here. Edge looking to take out Miz. Miz obviously just taking out Cody Rhodes. And now Edge gonna look to get some, I guess, some revenge on Cody Rhodes' part here. He respects Cody Rhodes so damn much. Not going to allow a punk like Miz to come out here and just take down Cody Rhodes like that. Look at these big boots. These big stomps to the midsection. He is all fired up. Look at these big boots from Edge. Oh, now he's even flipping them off as well. The ultimate disrespect there shown from Edge, but he doesn't care. Oh, and a spear into the corner as well. Going for that basement drop kick in there. There you go, Edge. And oh, Edge setting up a possible spear situation here. Oh, and a spear. Spear there from Edge, ladies and gentlemen. And now, oh, just one more for good measure, ladies and gentlemen. Why not? Why the hell not? Spear again. Edge, the WWE Champion, has laid out The Miz here to end Monday Night Raw.